Yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna do the countdown for this one. What's going on, everybody? I was thinking about streaming it tonight. I was actually going to talk about Bill Belichick, um, and maybe even get some people on here, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I'm probably gonna save that for the weekend because about what hour and a half, close to 2 hours ago, shocking news came in that Nick Saban, after 17 years at Alabama, and then spent some time in the NFL with the Dolphins, won a national championship at LSU, spent some time over at Michigan State, is retiring from coaching. And as an Alabama fan, and I make no bones about it when I say that the Atlanta Falcons are always going to come first for me. And that's just how it is. That's always how it's going to be. That's always going to be the chain of command with me. But my college football team is the Alabama Crimson Tide, in case any of y'all are confused or you don't know. And it's safe to say that Nick Saban has made that pretty damn easy for basically my entire life. So, because I don't where Nick Saban was not the head coach at Alabama. And all the national championships, all the SEC championships, all the amazing moments, it all ties to one man, and that is Coach Saban. So for that, thank you, Coach. Thank you for bringing not just me but every Alabama fan out there memories that will last a lifetime as Crimson Tide fans. And I hope you enjoy retirement, spending it with your family, spending it with your grandkids, spending it with the ones you love, because man, do you deserve it. Now, this was obviously very shocking. It was. I don't think anybody saw this coming because just a few days ago, he committed himself to 2024. He said, I'm excited about 2024. I'm ready to get back at it. Or I didn't exactly watch the interview, but I know he committed himself. I think he was on McAfee. He committed himself to 2024. And now you see that he has retired. That we've seen the last game he's coached as the Alabama head coach. And, obviously it wasn't the ideal way to send him out. The ideal way to send him out would have been getting another natty, which I think we all thought was going to be the case, that he would want to go out on top with a natty. But just like in so many other cases, that just ain't how life is. That ain't how it goes. So, with that being said, man, I could ramble on for hours about all the great memories that there were being a Bama fan, beating Georgia, all the national championship wins. Yeah, I could rattle on about it. Pretty much everyone in my family is a Georgia fan. And, I don't think there's any mistake to be making that they are now the new kings of college football, as they should be looked at. What Kirby has done in Athens, I don't think anyone can deny is an extraordinary job. But every Georgia fan needs to remember who brought Kirby along and who Kirby was tied to the hip at for years before taking that job at Georgia, and it was Nick Saban. That was Kirby Smart's mentor. So all the Georgia fans that are out there, just remember that. when you accumulate all this success that has already come to you and probably will come to you. As far as where Bama is going to go from here, who's the next coach? Listen, I've heard Dabo, I've heard Dan Lanning. To be honest, man, I'm really caught off guard by this, that I don't really feel like thinking about that right now. And then plus, obviously, the Falcons and all this stuff which I was going to come on here tonight and talk about Belichick, but I'm going to probably have to save that for later this week or even this weekend, because we're going to have a very long discussion about that. And then obviously we're in the middle of looking at coaching candidates. I might actually have a video coming out a little later tonight, and I'm working on the Ben Johnson one right now. I would honestly anticipate to have it out later tonight. As I have stated before, playoff will be out tomorrow. And then we're going to continue looking at candidates. We still got many to look at. We can look at Bobby Slowick, which I'm going to do. Obviously, I think the Belichick one we're just going to have to do as a live stream because of just how big, that could potentially be. And Harbaugh would be big too, but obviously he was the first one that we looked at. So there's many candidates that we can look at that we're not going to get an announcement. The Arthur Smith was hired pretty quickly last time. I don't anticipate that they're going to do that this time. I think you're going to see the Falcons wait probably until the end of the month, maybe beginning of February, to find their next coach. So we're going to have time to look at several more candidates. But this really isn't about the Falcons right now. This is, just talking about Nick Saban. And I wasn't planning on being here for long at all. Just getting my thoughts out about it. Thank you, Coach, for everything you've done. I hope you enjoy retirement. But I will say one thing before I close this thing out. It is very weird to me how abruptly this is. Now, Coach Saban he's 71 years old, but he's in damn good health. He takes care of himself. And he doesn't show any sign of health problems now. God willing, I hope that this was his own decision, that he decided, what, enough is enough. I've had an amazing run. I want to spend time with my family. I hope there wasn't something that forced him to step down. I really don't hope so. But with that being said, one way or another, I think all we can ask for is that the man gets to live out the rest of his days, spending time with his family, playing with his grandkids, and being like how we all are now. Watching college football, watching sports on the TV. But with that being said, it's really all I can say right now about this. Obviously, I don't do much Alabama content, but that's really all I can say right now. So, with that being said, getting ready to head out of here. As I said, we still have a lot of other stuff coming up here soon. But with that being said, I'll see you guys. Well, I might have a video coming out tonight. So you'll definitely, as I said, man, you're going to be seeing a lot of me. This typically past off seasons, I wouldn't be very active. It's changing this year. We got a lot to talk about. With that being said, man, see you guys in the next one.